Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, Lord have mercy, help us, Trisha Paytas, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, who the hell else? I don't know, a lot. Rylan Adams, I guess. Rich Lux too, I guess. I don't know, there's a lot going on in this situation right now. A lot. So, we're going to dig into it today in terms of finding out the answers to the kinds of questions that I've been seeing from y'all in the comments below. So, let's dig into, let's go ahead and jump on this train. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Check to make sure you're still subscribed. If you think that you are, this is what the notification bell should look like if you think you're getting notified for videos on this channel. But check back every once in a while because YouTube likes to not notify people sometimes. And this is the join button if you want to join the Perk Squad. So Perk Squad gets 5 extra perks on this channel, one of which is shout out. So I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Blake Tisdale. Blake, my Blake. Shout out to you. Blake is my manager and Blake is my informant. Blake is neither my manager nor my informant, literally, formally, but Blake knows about all the information and details and stuff. I'll post something and post a reading, and then like within a few minutes I'll look and I'll have a notification from Blake that'll be an article that'll be like, oh look, this reading you've already done is already coming true, look at this article and stuff like that. I'm like, what? You know, it's just, it's great. So shout out to you, Blake. Awesome. Shout out to you, Perk Squad. All right, so I am already getting ahead of myself here. I'm a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these readings we take a look at the tea with the tarot. These readings are always meant to be helpful, not hateful. So if you're down with that, please join the family here. We'd love to have you. And I'm gonna go ahead and already bring up the cards because I don't think y'all need any extra explanations about what the hell's going on. I think a lot of channels have already covered that, and y'all just want answers to your questions. So I'm gonna move this microphone right here. Yes, I'm gonna move this, get it out of my way, try to get myself out of my own damn way. Come on, wheel, little wheel, turn appropriately. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so the kinds of questions I have seen from y'all. I've seen, in general, we would like to have some more context about what the hell is going on. And what is the future of Trisha and Shane's relationship? What is the future of Jeffree and Shane's relationship? Like, what is the future in all this period? Is there anything on that we can get at all? We're gonna see. We're gonna look into this. I will go ahead and say that the readings that I've done on all of these individuals in the past have already alluded to things of this sort. My Rich Lux reading kind of insinuated to him that being friends with Jeffree and that crowd was not going to go well for him. My reading about Trisha recently that I just did insinuated that there was a guy that was not being quite good for her right now. Some people are saying, what if that's her fiance? Some people are saying, what if that's Shane? I've had readings in the past, back in the Dramageddon, Carmageddon days that said that Shane would be, it said he was going to walk away from social media, which he did, and then it said that he might decide to walk away from Jeffree, and we hadn't seen that part yet, and that was a might. I wonder if we checked in now what we would see. All of this, let me get my directions crossed. All of this is all alleged. This is just my interpretation. Okay, let's get into this. So, in general, spirit guides, let's get some context about what the hell is going on, please. Please and thank you. Oh, the hell. That flipped out like a motherfucker. Alrighty. Okay. Well, we got Shane coming up in here already. Already got Shane coming up in here. Y'all, some of y'all OG folks know that that's his identifier. I try to get my sleeves out of my way, but these are like balloon sleeves where I'm like, I'm Dumbo and I can fly. I'm going to fly right on out of here. Bye, y'all. Jesus, hell. Anyway, so let me go ahead and get some context up on this card right here. And let's get some context on Shane's card right here. Oh, okay. So, let's get into this. So Page of Pentacles upright, that there's something tangible in this, and that's similar to the Eight of Wands over here, my receipts card. And so with these two, there are actual receipts of all of these things. I do believe somebody mentioned in the comments that Trisha was alluding to the potential for receipts or the potential for not having them because they were video recordings or something like that get deleted. But I do see that there are things that could show some of the types of, I guess, allegations maybe that she's putting forth here. And here with the Magician card in reverse, this right here is, we're referring to somebody that is manipulative. There's somebody in this lineup that is manipulating things, manipulating how things are perceived, manipulating what people think, and all of that. There's somebody in here doing that. Whoever it is, they know what they're doing. It's not like, I just feel this kind of a way and emotionally it's this and this and that, and that it comes off as manipulating people without meaning to. No, whoever this is, they know what they're doing with this. That they're hoping that will sway things one way or another for them. Let's get a little bit more context on that before we even touch this bottom row. Yeah, whatever this is, they're playing to people's emotions in a way that's not going to work out for them. So they're trying to play to people's emotions to manipulate that way, and it's actually not going to work. Okay, Hangman here is suggesting that whatever this is referring to, this pile, it's not out yet. So, for whatever we're talking about on this pile, don't speculate about things we already know, which, as I'm filming this video, because it's been necessary to show this in the past. Oh shit, how do I get this? 138 on, come on, come back, bitch. Here I say. Okay, 1:38 on Thursday, January 21st. Okay, 1:38 p.m. Thursday, January 21st, Eastern Standard Time. So, whatever's in this pile, it hasn't happened yet, okay, y'all? It hasn't happened yet as of this time that I just showed you on the screen. It hasn't happened yet. But we're going to see some sort of an emotional attempt at manipulation fail in the future with somebody involved in this. That's what we're going to see. Oh, hell. We get the Emperor card. In the past, there's a lot of different card signifiers that come up to represent a lot of different people. In the past, the Emperor card has come up on Jeffree Star, so it is possible that Jeffree could be the person around this. Doesn't mean that it has to be Jeffree, because this could be an individual that is passionate, they're driven, they're ambitious, they really like to be in control, they really like to be the power, the person in the room. So it could be somebody else that fits that description, but it could be Jeffree, just putting that out there. Ooh, Lover's card upright. What are we getting at here? Four of Cups. Okay, we're talking about power of relationships. So we're coming, something here is coming about the strength of some relationship, the power of a relationship, not relationships between all of these people, but between two people specifically, some kind of a power tie between two people in this specifically. And whatever whatever it is, they're gonna okay, it's like people are gonna, there's two people, and it feels like Jeffree may be one of them, but it may not be. But there's two people that are gonna kind of, I guess, put their heads together on this and think about how can I come about this to clear my name or to make things look better or something like that. I'm not quite getting when I said clear my name, I'm not quite getting like I'm gonna come out and make statements to clear my name like up front. I'm getting like things that seemingly are, quasi unrelated to this, and more like just in general things that I'm going to put out to make people like me. So like, here's an example, and I'm not saying this is what would happen, but I'm saying that this has been an example in the past. Some people in the past have accused Jeffree Star of doing big money giveaways on Twitter as a means to get people to be like, oh, but I like him, look how generous he is, and that could be considered a manipulative type of thing to change how people might think, and it's unrelated to addressing something with drama head on, completely directly. You see what I mean? Some kind of indirect manipulating means is what I am seeing in this card, and to some degree I'm seeing some of this work. So this emotional manipulation down here, don't see that working though. Don't see that working. What I see being a little bit more successful is pulling in whatever this partnership is. Those two people putting their heads together and thinking of a way to go about this. So it looks like whoever these people are referring to in this, if they try to do it alone, not going to work out real well. They go at it together, probably going to get a little bit further, which is interesting to say the least on this. So, okay, let's look down here. In this row, somebody here is freaking out. Let's see who we have freaking out. Okay, well, it's Trisha. We have a female card right here. We kind of already know that she's in some way freaking out. Knight of Cups in reverse. And the Moon card in reverse. Okay, so this is an emotional card, and this is somebody else here who has some sort of emotional investment in this, whether they seem to or not, they are somehow impacted by this, and this person may speak up at some point. Whoever that person is may speak up. I don't know if it would be sharing receipts, sharing their thoughts and their story, coming forward, or subtweeting or something like that. But I see somebody else that has some kind of an emotional involvement, whether it seems natural or normal or typical or reasonable or whatever for them to have an emotional involvement or not. I see it anyway. And it looks like they would be kind of coming forward with something, some little tidbit, some kind of way that people would know, oh, they're dropping stuff. A breaking of commitments, Judgment Day. So there's, there could be somebody else that's going to come forward and kind of publicly break some sort of a commitment, break a bond, a friendship. There could be somebody else coming forward to say, this is why I no longer will support so-and-so, is what I'm seeing. That there's a potential for that. Whether it's like, I'm no longer going to support them, or I'm going to distance myself from them, or I'm not a part of that, or I never was a part of that, or something. Those kinds of vibes. I'm seeing someone else come forward to do that. See, walking away. Yeah, this is a permanent thing. So this isn't just putting space between somebody. This is like, no, I'm out. So this is somebody actually like walking away from this, completely walking away from this, walking away from the friend group altogether. So like, okay. Oop, we get the Queen of Pentacles on here. So again, we're kind of hinting at this person being someone that might be... Why are we borking? Scoop! as I spit. I accidentally spit when I'm telling Scoot to be quiet. But it worked. He quit with his works. So, somebody around Trisha, close to Trisha, related to Trisha. Dog, do you want to come over here and give this reading? Scoot? You give the reading if you're going to run your trap. Hell, someone around Trisha. Someone close to Trisha, someone who is maybe friends, family, whatever, with Trisha, that we're going to be seeing this kind of play out in this pile. Ooh, we've got the Tower card. It is in reverse, though. So this is some internal tower. This is somebody who... like, I could never see things the same again. I really thought it was this, but now I really think it's that. And, like, a complete perspective shift on things. Like, I'm coming in from out of the dark. I want to start on something new. I don't want to be part of this anymore. This isn't what, I like. I've done a lot of reflecting and soul searching on this, and I just want things to be better and be happier. And yeah, I don't want to be associated with that anymore. This with the Six of Swords in reverse says that this person may not want to have to do this publicly on the internet. They may try to do this privately, but I think that even if they try to do this privately, whoever this is, it probably would eventually get drugged up on the internet. Like, eventually people would hear about it or know about it, or something the internet would know. So if this person is trying to do this behind the scenes, I don't know if that'll work for him so much. But I do see a big change. Now, this is the pile where we get a Shane Dawson card and a Trisha Paytas card on top. So let me go ahead and pull up these cards right here. Shuffle all of these back into the deck so I can do something new on these. Hell, just let me put them there like I normally would. Alright, let me shuffle all these up. And let's see. And again, this is all alleged, just my interpretation. But let's see. Ooh, that card flew out. Well, it was two cards. If it was one, I would have taken it and pulled it, but it's two. So we'll leave it in for now. That one flew out by itself, though. Maybe it's the same damn card. I don't know. I should have looked at what the other one was. Hell. All right, so is this upright or reverse? Ooh, damn. Upright. Upright. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more context down here. Okay, then. So, Shane's card is in the upright position, which would show here that whatever is going on here in terms of, like, talking about power dynamics and things of that nature, he's actually more in control or in power of this situation than Trisha is right now, which is interesting because it seems like the ball is in her court. She's the one talking about things. She's the one going over stuff, and people are like, even more reasons to dislike all these other people. But for some reason, there's some strength behind his card going on right now. Don't know. I'm gonna pull a clarifier on each of those up there. So clarifier on Shane. Clarifier on Trisha. And on... Ooh, well, I'll have to get more on that in a minute. Dog hair. So, with Shane's card he got up here, this is the card that's talking about you shot yourself in the foot some kind of way. So this is a self-sabotage card that he tripped himself up, got in his own way, did something, like when people are like, you did it to yourself, honey. I'm sorry, but you did it to yourself. Like, that's what I'm seeing here for Shane's card. Whatever he's going through right now, it's kind of saying you did it to yourself. So just got to throw that out there. Let me go ahead and change this because I'm getting irked that the lighting has changed up in here and has made this hard to see, in my opinion. There we go. Better. All right, lighting outside. How about you stay the damn same so we can see what the hell we're doing here? please and thank you. Okay, so let's pull a little bit more on Shane. Keep going down that rabbit hole here. Yeah, this is kind of like he's moving. He has moved forward without thinking well enough, is what this is saying. That there are some things that he's like, oh, I got to jump on that real fast. And out of haste has made some misjudgments, is what that's saying as it relates to Trisha. Because here we go. Again, we get the card there. With the World card here upright, this is kind of a completion. So when they're talking about their friendship being over, when Trisha is talking about their friendship being over, it does actually look like things are over. Now, we might have time in a little bit to dig into, is there even a possibility in the future about them being friends again? But for right now, she's for real resolute. So you know how people are like, oh, well, she might change her mind and this and that. And hey, people, have the right to change their minds. But it looks like, at least right now, her feeling is literally absolutely nothing could make me change my mind on this. Even if you apologize, even if this or that or the other, it's not going to change my mind. So right now she's feeling quite resolute about that. Even if, it's possible for her to have a change of heart later. Right now, this is kind of a nail in the coffin type of card to see here with that. I see more things coming out about this stuff that regards Shane. I see more things coming out as it relates to Shane. This Hermit card here, it's like, I want to stay hidden. I don't want to come out, but I feel damned if I do, damned if I don't. So it looks like Shane is really battling it out here in his mind, because it looks like on one hand, he's like, I cannot come out and start to speak on this because things will go bad for me. But if I don't come out and do something or say something, things will go bad for me. And it's like he feels like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place with this. Yeah, he feels like he's been cast out to the cold. So he feels blindsided. She's feeling betrayed by him, but he's feeling blindsided by this. He actually did not expect this from her and did not see this coming from her. He feels completely blindsided by this. Ooh, feels like you can't start new. Okay, fine then. Gotta walk away. Hell. Yeah, that internal tower moment. I'm telling you, Shane is freaking the hell out. This internal tower moment over this. Ooh, Justice card in reverse. He thinks this isn't fair. And who knows? We don't know the ins and outs of their lives and their conversations. We haven't been in that. We don't know. Maybe it's not fair. I don't know. But he sees it as not being fair. But oh, the money card, crap. Y'all, there are people out there that are like, well, this and that about their relationship and, as it relates to their feelings and yada, yada, yada. And some people are like, no, that ain't nothing about feelings. This is about money and the money he makes with Jeffree and yada, yada, yada. Y'all, I did get the money card, and look at this card. This guy's like, but I need the money. I want to, give me my coin, This is a card that comes up about greed, so he is putting money and things related to money, so, maybe contracts or stuff like that, ahead of emotions right now. He is, because back here, this is we're not thinking with emotions. Cups are emotions. We're not thinking with emotions right now. We are thinking about status, money, contracts, all of that stuff. So that it does seem that that's true. Allegedly, just my interpretation, which is kind of sad and disheartening to see here to me, in my opinion. Timing is against him. He was working on something, and it's not. He has to change his plans on whatever he was working on. So he was working on something, and I do believe somebody was saying that there's that he may have had like a coming back to the internet type of plan, but it looks like those plans have to change now. That there's something about those plans that have to be tweaked now, that it's not gonna work. But he has the possibility somehow still. Shane has a possibility of coming back and having people kind of at least some people, maybe not everybody, but having some people welcome him back over what it is that he's considering doing. So he's considering his options. He's like, shit, plan A isn't really going to work anymore, not the way I was wanting. So he's rethinking, and he's thinking about some things that he could do that could change things and make things come back. Literally, seriously, the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, thank you. Speaking to my webcam up there. So, makes me wonder if he would actually go through with that plan B. Let me see, what would plan B necessarily kind of entail? Plan B would entail him being like, I'm going to come back and face the fire. Like, this, not saying this is what he's going to do. I'm saying this is his plan B for what he is considering. That he is considering, if I just come back and I face the fire, face the judgment in all the ways that I absolutely can, and if I can show that it's not about the money, if I can maybe give up some money, donate some money, show that it's not about the money, if I can, again, this card sometimes represents Taurus, and this is, so this could come up as a Trisha card too. If I can, come back and have further discussions on my end about Trisha even, and show stuff about her and us emotionally, then maybe we can be friends again and I can come out of hiding. So there is stuff he is considering that he feels like could get him out of this mess, but he's not sure about going through with it. So, he's got a lot weighing on his mind. Damn. He's got a lot weighing on his mind. And as it relates to Trisha over here, her in that disadvantaged position, her breaking her commitments with people, cutting ties to friendships and things like that, she's got some internal conflict over this as well. Devil card, that's extremity, toxicity, these chains that bind, things like that. It looks like she doesn't want to not be friends with Shane. I think she doesn't want to not be friends with him, but she feels like she absolutely has to do this, and it has to be this way, and her mind cannot be changed on this right now. So I wonder if this plan were to go through, if she might be swayed one way or the other on that. But right now, Trisha, Lord, that ain't a place to be in. This is like she's kind of getting what she wants out of this in some ways. Interesting, because that seems a little bit below the surface here. Because in this case, with her and the Hangman, it's like she's putting herself here in timeout and watching. And by timeout, I don't mean like as in going somewhere and being quiet, because, we all know that's not necessarily the biggest possibility for her. She likes to talk and say her side and things like that. But this is kind of like her hanging out and observing now. So it's like she's made some moves, and now she's observing and seeing, how are people going to, like, what are people going to choose to do based on this. Okay. Interesting. She might make some pretty big changes coming up. It looks like she's going through a period of time that's like a big shakeup for her, where she might be making some big changes, and to a lot of things. Here's big changes with making money. This is changes in terms of like home, family, friends. And this is like the ultimate big change, ending one chapter and starting a new one. Like, I'm flipping it over. She's putting ends to things and starting new stuff. She's having some big changeovers here. Girl, big changeovers. Yeah, friendships and relationships and things of that nature. Trying to get back up on ways and cut out manipulation. Oh, damn. Okay. Some of this is good, but it looks like she might, in her overhaul, need to be careful about how she does it, because too much too fast can be too much too fast, and could come back to bite us in the butt. So I would say proceed with caution to her. I would say proceed with caution. Just in general, just to make sure. Double check, triple check kind of thing on some of the stuff that she's doing over here. This card is what's the interesting one. This card over here is somebody being sneaky, shady, shifty as hell, and they're laying down a messenger card about it. Damn, if this isn't one of Jeffree Star's signifiers again. This is also one of Shane Dawson's signifiers, though, gotta say, because it's King of Cups, and technically both of them are water signs, with being Cancers and Scorpios. So let's see if we get any other context onto who this might be. Okay, somebody, that's a fiery energy within it. Yeah, again, with fiery energy. So this is going to be more along the lines of Jeffree, because Jeffree has more of those quintessential fiery energies, or at least from what I'm getting pulled to go through here, than Shane does. So there's something really, really shifty that is coming up here around Jeffree as it relates to either finances, contracts, things of that nature. Could be NDAs or things like that even, so that he can keep his pride and his good standing, and he's considering breaking off certain relationships. Jeffree is considering cutting certain people loose. Potentially 2 people in his mind he's considering cutting loose. These are people that would somehow be attached to him through money or contracts or NDAs or whatever the hell. So not like family or close friends or whatever. Well, I mean, I guess close friends if they apply to these parameters, since he does seem to have some of those. Queen of Swords energy and 10 of Cups. Upright. When we get these Queen of Swords and King of Swords, sometimes that's the attorney card putting blocks up. Is he putting some legal blocks up? Like, stop right there. Go no further. This is how it's gonna be. Because that is interesting here. And it looks like he has some strengths in that way. Jeffree does. Heartbreak card though for Jeffree. Lots of things. So remember in Dramageddon, Carmageddon, when we said it's a slow burn for Jeffree, that things would be just slowly over time, just kind of showing themselves one thing after another, and just when you think things have died down, then another, and like hit after hit after hit. That's continuing, y'all. This is a part of that. So every time y'all like, oh, but it was only a few things, I'm like, yeah, it's only a few things so far, because y'all ain't waited it out long enough. Tarot doesn't always come true immediately. Sometimes it does. We've had that happen in the past too, but sometimes things take time to develop, and you got to watch things months later. And this is one of them, and there's more to come for him. I see a lot of overwhelm, more people coming forward, more things for him to have to consider related to all of this. Him getting to a point where he has trouble kind of navigating that. But here he is again whenever it comes up, here he is again, still not completely knocked off his throne some kind of way. still not completely knocked off his throne some kind of way, because he knows how to put in some kind of work for it to pay off. He's smart. This is him walking away from something. Jeffree might leave something. Like, I don't know if this is walking away from a friendship, a situation, a certain element of job or business or something, but there's something here where he's like, I'm washing my hands of it and I'm out. I'm done. So he's gonna full on cut something off. Yeah, serious as hell. That's what that is. Oh, it's like serious as a heart attack. Damn. Yep. I'm gonna be about my business, about my empire, about my kingdom, kind of a thing, and fuck people. So he's like just getting more and more, it seems, into the business stuff and less in caring about having like legit meaningful friendships or relationships or stuff like this. This is kind of like slowly, to me, going further into that kind of Ice King type feel or Ice Queen type feel, where it's like your heart's freezing over in some kind of ways. And in some ways I can feel sad for him, because, you know, I'm sure with that kind of fame and money that you would have a hard time trusting people and stuff like that. I get that, but this is kind of like burning bridges in ways that could again come back to haunt you. But again, we have these strengths around these either financials or contracts or NDAs or things like that. So I wonder how much would be allowed to be said or come out before we get old attorney popping up in here taking care of some stuff. Interesting. Damn. This is a lot. This is a lot. So, let's pull this back up. Let me just do some quicker, if I can, pulls to just see if I can get, you know, very briefly, because we're already 37 minutes in, briefly, as brief as I can, any kind of information about the future potentials for Trisha and Shane's relationship, any future potentials for their relationships of, you know, probability high or low of them ever being friends again. High probability or low probability of them ever being friends again. This is a probability that I would be putting more on the maybe yes kind of end. So doesn't necessarily mean absolutely, but I see some people having some light bulb moments, doing some switcheroos and getting what they want out of it. So there's a potential for Trisha and Shane to one day have a friendship or relationship or something again, one day, for that to be renewed. I do see the chance of that. It's a maybe leaning towards yes. So now, same thing. Future of Jeffree Star and Shane's relationship. Is there, you know, more of a potential or possibility for them to have a big falling out, or more of a potential or possibility for them to stay tight some kind of way? Ooh. Okay, I know I'm going to be quick. I'm going to be quick. They have more of a potential for falling out, I'm just going to say. Shane and Jeffree have more of a potential for falling out than Shane and Trisha do in the future. Who knows how long this would take? Again, that Dramageddon reading, I want to say all of that stuff, Carmageddon, Dramageddon stuff that I put together, like about the slow burn of kind of Jeffree Star's career, I want to say I put that out in probably July. And here it is, January, literally half a year later, and we're still seeing the effects of it. So I'm not necessarily saying this is going to be fast as hell, This could be a slow thing like that. It could be something we see 6 months down the line or more. But I'm seeing the potential here for a breakdown of Shane and Jeffree's relationship. I'm seeing a potential of some financial or contractual things kind of not being able to go as far as they hope. Grass is not greener on the other side. I am seeing Jeffree maintain his empire, and if that means cutting ties and doing stuff like that, he'll do whatever he needs to do to maintain his empire, because that is Jeffree's priority. So say the cards. All alleged, just my interpretation. The moon card in reverse, I'm seeing some more things coming out, whether that's exposés, whether that's receipts, whether that's let me share my story, whether, etc. I see this as being something about timing, and their relationship not necessarily being on the right path anymore. And I do see the potential for both clarity and parsing behind the scenes legal stuff that could be a part of all of this, because there seems to be some behind the scenes legal entanglements of sorts. I don't know what that's referring to. Could be referring to their business stuff together. Could be referring to NDAs. Could be referring to if they're, say they're on the same side in a lawsuit against Tati, then how are they going to break up and that, their friendship and that look okay? That could have ramifications legally in that kind of a way too. So there's a lot of complications here with them severing ties. There's a lot more complications here, but it looks more likely that they won't be, this Jeffree and Shane BFF forever thing. Like, it seems more likely than not, that at some point in the future, there could be some breakdowns starting there. And that's what I had already seen back in my old readings. Again, I want to say July, August, somewhere around there. Like, breakdowns of that I had already seen going. Oh, we have a visitor. I think I heard Squamous. My twin sister must be here, and I hear her dog ticking around with her nails. Rosie, come here. My sister has a square mitt. If you like Jenna Marbles, you breathe so hard, Steermit. You breathe so hard. If you like Jenna Marbles and her Italian Greyhounds, my sister has a Steermit, a square mitt. So, anywho, I do think that this kind of sums up a lot of this. We've been going for 42 minutes already. Like I said, I've already got these readings from the past if you want to cross-check those on my channel. And in the Perk Squad, there have been several readings about these folks in the Perk Squad as well that the members are able to have access to. So even if you join now, you would have access to those old videos as well. So if that is something you are interested in, absolutely no pressure, never any pressure on that. So if you would like a private reading with me, my stuff is in the description box below, BeasTalksAndTarot.com. You can schedule a reading, you can schedule Reiki energy healing, you can, there's a lot of crap there, like my merch, P.O. box, like place for tips for people who feel like they feel inspired to give a tip. Never have to, always appreciated, never required. So any of those things, check out my website, BeasTalksAndTarot.com, in the description box below, and you can click the join button or the link in the description box below for the Perk Squad if you were interested in that too. But we need to wrap this up. We've been going on forever. This is a lot. What do you think? Give me your thoughts. Let's watch all of this play out, see how long all of this takes. I wanted a reading that was a little more lighthearted and less societal, political, and all that kind of crap. So, anywho, goodbye to everyone, and shout out to Blake Tisdale. Goodbye to you, Blake in specific. And don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye, y'all. Love you, mean it. Love you, mean it.